So we are here with Kevin is coming back to join us. This is Jessica, Eric, and of course you know Crystal with Fly in the Middle. And we are having an amazing discussion today. The guys are going to ask ladies questions. So let's just jump right in.
Okay, I would like to know. I know a lot of women always ask men what they like, or what do they notice first? What do women notice first about a man? When the man walks, what do you guys see? What interests you guys about a man?
Ooh, that's good.
Calves. Calf muscles.
Calf muscles?
Sorry, calf muscles.
Really?
Calf muscles and pecs.
What's that?
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
I've never heard of calf muscles.
Never.
Really? Oh, that's, yeah.
I've heard arms. I've heard the smile.
Arms are nice, but calves are better.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I like football player.
Oh,
Build. Yeah.
Okay.
And big necks.
Big necks.
Yeah.
Why big necks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why?
I don't know, because that's a football player thing.
Like
You know,
big
with the
necks.
Adam's apple coming out.
Oh my gosh. What about you, Jessica?
Well, the first things I look at are shoes and teeth.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta have a pretty smile.
Yes.
So you gotta have on a good shoe.
Okay.
That's more normal.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Complete transparency
Yeah,
here.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. That's good stuff. That's good
I
stuff.
think I definitely look at teeth also. Yeah.
That's all right.
That's quite important, actually.
Aesthetics are important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, calves are aesthetics, right?
I don't think I ever even
And big
cared about a
necks?
calf at all.
Okay.
I've never heard that.
Really?
But what is it? What is it that
So, what is that one thing that a man can do or doesn't do that would just piss you all the way off? That you just can't. Like, okay, like for me, my thing would be if a woman just doesn't understand, don't push the toothpaste in the middle. Push the toothpaste from the end. When you grab the toothpaste, don't grab it from the middle and squeeze it.
Oh,
No,
you
grab it
know
from the
me
end.
quick.
And just
He
go
is
on
the
down.
exact same
Come on.
way.
Yeah,
He
come on
cannot
down.
so
No,
hell
baby.
yes.
That's
That
what
is
they
real that you
Don't
said
do
that.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
roll it from the bottom?
So where I gotta do
Roll
it
from the
from?
bottom.
Push it from
Push
the
from the
bottom.
bottom?
And then when it starts, it's all roll.
That is so weird, Kevin. Keith is the
And
exact
okay,
That's what I'm saying.
don't say anything about my calf thing.
Well-
Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty much like him. I have a little roller that I put the toothpaste in.
Oh my, are you kidding?
It is not that serious.
It's serious, like it's serious.
It's serious to my husband.
We would have two separate toothpaste.
It's real in these streets, I'm telling you. So what is
That
that?
is, that get under your skin.
That gets under my skin. Like, I would say it's a deal breaker, but we have to sit.
We have to
That's all.
conversation.
Here's a nurse toothpaste. Toothpaste.
Oh,
Have
okay.
yours. Yeah, that's fine.
But eventually you're gonna use each other.
Cause I'm like,
That's
Exactly.
something gonna run out first. Probably
Right.
squeeze from
So what are some of the things that you guys see like that and be like, oh,
just get under the
Yeah.
skin. Ooh.
You wanna go first?
I think mine's a little bigger than that.
Don't lie. Don't lie about
Don't lie.
that. Don't lie. Yeah. That is huge.
Yeah.
Just be truthful and forthcoming. Just
Yeah.
lay it on the table.
From the get-go.
Yeah.
That is.
Not oh, by the way.
Toothpaste for me is like, I don't need it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk some real stuff. Lie.
Yeah.
Why do you all lie?
I mean,
Yes.
So,
How come men don't heal from relationship? We hear this all the time. I'm not gonna say the same.
They
thing,
jump
but
right back in.
They jump right back in. Instead of processing that pain of that separation of that relationship, they on to the next thing.
Maybe that's
You
how
know,
they heal. Maybe that's how they do heal.
women don't, you know, like I have broken up with someone and I'm at home hollering and crying
Yeah.
and everything until
For
I get it
months.
all out
Yeah.
for months
Yeah.
at a time.
Yeah.
And when I see a man, I get PTSD. You know what I mean? And y'all just, hey baby, how you
They
doing?
have a good
And they
time.
on and the next.
Yeah,
How is that possible?
that's a very good question.
Oh, and how do y'all do that? Do you just push like the little pain down? I mean, what do you do?
want the
The real.
20-year-old,
The
you want the
truth.
20-year-old answer, or you want the 50-year-old answer?
These are
The
the
real.
40 and 50 year olds.
Yeah, I want the middle age
So,
answer.
middle
The
age.
middle age. For me, I can only speak for me after my divorce. I am talking about it for about a year and a half.
Oh my God, I'm so
So you did have
wonderful. So you
Yeah,
did
I
take
just
time.
take a little time to just focus on myself. But
Yeah.
after that,
Mhm.
I was a bull in a child.
So,
That's how it
yeah,
goes.
yeah.
Remember that panel I told you I went to, or something like that, and went, and there's these guys, I can't remember the name of it, but there's a book out, Men Don't Heal, They Help.
Okay,
So, you all need to get the book,
okay.
and it'll tell you exactly why they do that, because it's just like life just shuts down, and you take all the pictures and all the whatever, and all the memories, and just turn them all down, and flip it back up again, and go at it, and they don't think about, it's just the process, that's how they think, from what the guy said, and it was a panel of, I think, 5 guys, kind of like we are now. They just, turn it off and turn it on and move on and don't worry about nothing else.
Please.
There's so many levels to that.
That's why I think that young
It's not gonna take me no time to
So,
get
because it's not an emotional
Exactly.
attachment.
Right.
Okay.
But like he just said that if I'm married to you for years, and now I'm not gonna just jump into something else.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've lived together, we've done some things together, we've had kids together, so it's gonna be a whole emotional concourse that I have to do.
Right.
Exactly.
But what about people who live together, they don't get
Right,
married,
but they're
still,
not married.
or even date for
But you
years?
see that person every day.
Yeah, I still think it's the length of that relationship, even if
Yeah.
you're just girlfriend, boyfriend,
Yeah.
right? For me, I was married 20 years. When we divorced, it was like a death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
like, wow, my
Same.
best friend,
Mhm.
even though we're not getting along right now,
Yeah, it was
you
tough.
miss him.
Yeah.
But if you just girlfriend, boyfriend, we living together, there's really no connection there, really.
For men.
For
Interesting.
men,
Really?
for some of them, I'm not gonna say all men.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say all men. For some of them, it's like, oh, break up, all right.
The connection
On to the
is not
next.
as
Right.
deep unless you're married.
For some men.
For some men.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
because there's a lot that comes with those vows.
Oh, yeah, it should be.
And some people, especially now, they don't take those vows
Very seriously.
But years ago, when you took those vows, there was a certain point of, okay, this is what I have to stick to, this is what I have to ride with. So when I take those vows, then we're in it together. If you just living with me and those vows I'm taking, then you just hit it. You just, okay, I can come home, you can leave me, and I get ready to buy.
That's amazing.
So I have 2 questions.
That's very, okay.
It
This is.
That is a lot of layers.
Yes. Okay. I'm glad to know this. I didn't know this.
So, I get what you're saying, and I get what you're saying. My question is for you on the girlfriend thing. You said it's not as meaningful
Kevin said that.
for some men,
For some.
for some.
Mhm.
But so what I'm hearing is that men aren't dating with a purpose like women, because we date or we are in a relationship to build,
Yeah.
not just to date and then hope if one day things don't go, okay,
Oh,
well, I'm
yeah.
just moving on. So what does that mean? Tell me about that, because that's concerning.
From my standpoint, I don't think we do.
No.
They
Don't date with a
We
purpose.
don't date with
You
a
just
purpose.
date for-
We just date until that light switch flip on.
Gotcha.
That's why I was gonna
Okay.
ask
Oh,
you
okay.
at some point,
I like
you
that.
realize.
This is who I want to be.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think we're doing it for a purpose.
That's amazing.
I needed to know this.
You have to really think about it. Think about it like this. If every man, in actuality, dated with a purpose, then that means every man, the first woman he saw and was able to get some type of committed relationship from, he would marry her every time.
Yeah.
You know, every man would.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then everything would be slighted because there are more women than men. So it'd be no more men, period, because every man it wouldn't be
Balance.
exactly.
Right.
So men, we don't have that same
That's why they should.
makeup or thought process.
That's why they share themselves.
That's right there. I'm trying to say it. I mean, but you know, when we decide to be married, there's something like you said, that switch
That
that
switch
goes on.
goes
But
on.
we don't go into it and be like, hey, I see you, I can see something going from you. No,
Yeah.
no, we just date and get to know each other, and then if I see certain criteria and, you know, certain people in my life and, you know, give you the thumbs up and all that stuff works out together, then, oh,
I agree.
Wow.
This is good to know because I'm gonna tell you what women do, because we date with a purpose. And then we start doing all this stuff. Pick me, pick me, pick me. So we're gonna cook, we're gonna do all
our
things, give our all
Yeah.
without a commitment. But I didn't know that I've been wasting my time. You know what I mean? Like doing all of this because really a lot of men don't date with a purpose. They're not looking at you like, oh, you're gonna be the next one. So we're just like putting our all into something and we're not gonna get anything on our return.
I don't think you're wasting your
exactly,
time.
I'm about to say,
I don't think you're
You don't
wasting
think
your time
so?
at all. You're learning along the way.
Exactly.
Everything that you go through, you're learning something.
Yeah.
It's
That
not
is
wasting
true.
your time just because it didn't work out here. You learn something from that.
Take
Right.
that.
If you would
That's
just
very
quiet
true.
yourself and just think about it, you're gonna learn something from it.
Yeah.
Now you know when you go to the next relationship, even though that they're different,
Mm-hmm.
there's some things that he may display that you can say, I learned that from him.
why do women lie to men about their, you know, the proper way to say this, about their intimate practices?
Because men are judgmental.
When they're,
You know, doing intimacy, women would say, hey, you did a good
Oh,
job.
that's
You
what you
did
mean.
but when they're not,
When
when
they're
it's
not,
really
they
done.
really don't hold
Oh,
it. They can't do
okay.
nothing.
I wouldn't do that. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I
Okay,
wouldn't
but
lie.
it's a lot of women that do that.
Yeah.
Stroke, I guess it's a stroke of man's ego, but why? Why not tell them the truth? Hey,
Well, if it's the first, okay, I'm just telling you from conversations I've had with
Mhm.
women who do that. Because you're like, okay, when it's the first time, you're like, okay, well, maybe it'll get better. You know what I mean?
okay.
And so you don't say anything or you fake the first time, hoping that it will get better. But at some point, if it doesn't, we need to have a conversation, you know? So I think
But
that
some
would
women
probably,
some women are married to that.
that is horrible.
It is.
Did they not just,
Some women are married to this unhappiness of intimacy, you know.
But do you have a problem if you're married to this unhappiness? Do you have a problem discussing that with your spouse or boyfriend or partner or whatever the case may be? Because some women, they find it very hard. They'd rather seek out a friend and have that conversation with them.
Yeah.
Right,
So
instead of
forth.
telling
Right,
their
exactly.
significant
So
other.
then, how about you, Rose? You have that problem or never had that?
I know.
I wouldn't be in a relationship, actually. I just couldn't.
Yeah, because I think it all goes back to honesty. For me, it goes back to honesty. If we're gonna be in a relationship and have open communication and dialogue, you should be, even the hardest topics,
Yeah.
you should be able to find a way somehow, because then you're just dealing in unhappiness.
Okay, so then, why is it that man that is the attentive one, more often than not, gets looked over?
That is very true, though.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because if you look at it, the most attentive men are normally the ones that don't look the best. But because, I mean, that's just,
Sometimes that's true.
that's just, you know, it's just what it is. But the ones that look the thick necks.
Bells and whistles.
Exactly.
The attention.
You know, those guys, I guess they're used to getting all the attention, so why do they get looked over? Or why do the ones that show all the attention get looked over? Why is that?
I would say a lot of times the guys that aren't that figure that they're not that attractive, I feel like they overcompensate with the kindness. So it doesn't come across genuine. And for me, that's the thing, because I've never been one, I don't really care about aesthetics as far as your face. As I've gotten older, I'm a little bit more picky, which is weird. But if I feel like you're trying too hard, just like me, and you guys don't like women who act desperate, you know what I mean? So it's the same thing. That
You don't like a man that's too kind?
well, you know, it can come, but sometimes it's overdone. And I'm not saying, it's just like for example, I'll give you an example. Like calling me like 12 times in a row when I don't answer the phone, I don't want that kind of
That's
attention.
crazy.
Well,
You know what I mean?
that's not being
That's what I
kind.
mean, yeah, that's
crazy.
excessive. So
Yeah.
a lot of times that I just have to see what vein that kindness is coming from. And a lot of times it's because they're overcompensating for something.
Well, that's
else.
not being kind, that's weird.
Yeah, but you'll think it's kindness at first.
Just
And
first.
then you're like, okay, this is too much. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's too much.
Borderline
Yeah.
stalker.
Anyway, thank you guys so much. This concludes our very interesting conversation.
I learned a lot today.
Yes.